What's up guys, Nolan here, and we found out today that if you do want that extra stash space, then you're going to need to work for it and also be lucky. Personally, I'm just now past the Bitcoin and working on the scav kills with the RUAF gear myself, but best of luck to the rest of you guys. I'll see if I can catch up or not. While we're on that subject, I do want to say it's not completely guaranteed the reward will be 2 extra rows in your stash like it is for the ratings. We actually got the only mention of a reward from Fence in the video, and it wasn't that specific, so it really could be anything. However, if it does end up being some permanent extra stash space, you'll probably be glad that you did it because all of this money and gear was going to get wiped away anyway in a couple weeks, so you might as well try and get something that's permanent. But again, it's not guaranteed. We actually don't know what it is going to be. We're just assuming that it's that. Anyway, for today's task, we got part 9 and 10 technically, as well as 13 and 14 for Lightkeeper, all of which has been completed except for 10, and there seems to be a time gate after 14, so we'll see what happens next. Some of this becomes significantly more difficult after the word gets out, so I can't stress this enough. If you need to be in on the minute-to-minute info on this stuff, be sure to follow me on Twitter and join the Discord, both linked below. The conversations and posts that can be made on there can be done in seconds, while the video takes hours to make. So again, Twitter and Discord, both linked below. So starting off with part 9 here, you have to stash 2 bottles of whiskey, the Survival Machete, a 7.62 MDR, 2 Eotech hybrids, and a GPNVG, all at different locations. The Machete and the MDR are not on the flea, so you have to source them elsewhere. It's possible something changes, so check out the wiki and my Twitter if you're actually playing to see if something else has changed, in the hopes that it's a bit easier for you. For now, you can only find the Machete in 5x5 weapons cases, Raiders, and Rashala's guards. I suggest farming reserve Raiders as they're a guaranteed spawn, but that's just me. The MDR, however, can be a bit tricky. If you held on to your Twitch drops from the Tarkov TV, you're lucky enough to just have one on you. But on that note, it also means that a lot of people have free MDRs. So if you want to play this card, you can just head to 3-story dorms on customs and try killing the people that are there stashing theirs, because guns can't be put in the booty stash. So up to you. I'll look the other way on this one here. This is a judgment-free zone. Now, we actually haven't seen part 10 yet, and I don't want to wait for somebody to complete it because it's pretty late in the day as is. I want to make sure I get this information out there. So check the description in the top comment, as well as, of course, Twitter and Discord for the updates. I absolutely guarantee once you finish 9, part 10 will be there because they've been doing these in groups and 2 the whole time. So we don't know what part 10 is, and by the time this video is live, we might actually know what part 10 is. So check the description, check the top comment, Twitter, and Discord. Another problem with YouTube videos here is I can't edit them after the fact. You're just gonna have to check the things that I can edit, which is all that stuff. Moving on, we have part 11 and 12, which were shown yesterday, so hopefully you caught up with those. If you're interested in 13, because of course this continues from 12, so you'd need 11 and 12 done already. Part 13 requires a different flash drive than before. You need the flash drive V4, which can be found in the green screen room on customs. Once you have that, you should be able to craft the encoding for your transmitter for Lightkeeper in your level 2 intel center in your hideout. There has been issues with this, especially if you already had a transmitter. As of the recording of this video, BSG have already fixed it for some people, while it is still broken for others, so they are working on it. That's another stay tuned in the description, comment, Twitter, Discord situation there on that one. If it works for you first try, then congratulations. Otherwise, BSG know about it and they're working on it. Then we have part 14, which requires you to go to labs, where you will need to get some regions from both the green and black keycard room. As of the recording of this video, it is unconfirmed but assumed that these items that you are collecting are client side, so as long as the doors are open, you should be able to pick those items up if they are. So if you or someone you know doesn't have the key cards, then you'll need to get lucky and be in a raid with somebody that does, and pray that it's able to be picked up. It's possible the person that's just farming stims as well, and maybe they don't have the quest, in which case you should be able to get that there as well. Again, you need to be lucky. Once you get those regions on labs, you will have to turn them into Lightkeeper, which of course requires an encoded transmitter, so don't slack on that craft because it's going to take at least an hour. After that, it seems to be time gated for the next step, of which will be very likely to be coming from Lightkeeper, so you'll need to do everything else in order to access him. If this sounds like a lot for some extra stash space, I kind of agree. I don't think I'll complete this myself, but I certainly will try. Again, like I mentioned before, all of this stuff that we're using, apart from our time, which is very valid, was going to get wiped anyway, so might as well use it on something interesting. And personally, I do see this as better than the usual pre-wipe stuff where everyone's just kind of throwing themselves at each other. Like, at least it actually seems a bit cooler and there's something interesting going on, but let me know what you guys think. Got a very big video coming up any day now, just waiting on some outside factors to line up and it'll be good to go, so stay tuned for that. Otherwise, expect the next steps tomorrow. And that's gonna do it for today, guys. You know the drill. Like if you did, sub for more, comment what you think, check out my other channels for other games right here. Otherwise, thank you very much for watching, and I hope you have a nice day. See you guys tomorrow.